So now we're going to move on to our quick tips this week. Of course, we'll be listening to our Seeing It Your Way piece in just a moment. But before that, let's just have a think of a couple of particular quick tips that we can think about this week. First up, quite a useful one regarding settings or setting up an Alexa device. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Sean?
Yeah, just speaking to people recently, and like they weren't aware that you can go to on your web browser on like your home computer or laptop to alexa.amazon.co.uk and log in with your Amazon details there, and that's basically the Alexa app on your browser, and that allows JAWS users who maybe don't have a smartphone, or even just not sighted users who don't have a smartphone, access to setting up an Alexa and configuring an Alexa.
Brilliant. So that's a really handy one. Now, there's the slight drawback with that, isn't there? That if somebody's assisting you using your internet connection, maybe to connect in to help you, that might be a bit of a drawback with that. But
yeah, when you're setting up the Alexa, like if someone's in with TeamViewer, or you don't know, even if you're setting up yourself and you don't know how to access your internet settings, because when you set up an Alexa, what you have to do is you have to then go to your internet settings and connect to that as if that was your internet. So like what a JAWS user would press Windows B to go to the notification area, right arrow over to their internet connection settings, and then from there then you'd pick the Alexa device that you're configuring. Then that would communicate to the computer and to the Amazon which app you're setting up, or sorry, which device you're setting up, and then you'd switch back to your normal home Wi-Fi to finish off the setup. So it's just that one little thing that you have to know how to do. Either, and if someone's helping you remotely, like through TeamViewer, they'll be cut off from helping you from that section. So you have to know the steps from switching from one connection to the other on your internet.
Yeah, very good. So once you know that, it's a relatively straightforward process. Other than that,
yeah,
very good. Very good. So that's a really useful one if you're wanting to set up the Alexa device. Now, for our second tip, we're going to go over to JP. Tell us about our second tip this week.
Yeah, hi Jude. Yeah, that's right. So the second tip is to do with creating a shutdown shortcut on your desktop. I think a lot of people listening in will be familiar with different keyboard shortcuts that we can use to shut down your computer. So we can go to the desktop pressing Windows and D, we can press Alt F4, and we can press Enter and shutdown, or we can down arrow to restart or switch user and so forth. Another option, of course, is to press Windows and X followed by U twice, and that's also what we can do to shut down the computer. But another option is to create a shutdown shortcut on your desktop. And I put together a short video which we can play in a moment just to demonstrate how this can be set up using keyboard shortcuts with the NVDA screen reader running. And probably worth pointing out just before we play it, it is a useful feature, so it's a quick, easy way to shut down your computer. But worth pointing out that wouldn't be advising people to use this all the time. The reason being is that you may not be able to install certain pending updates or certain updates that may be pending on your computer. But absolutely, if you want to use it kind of just from time to time, it could be, as I say, a quick, easy way to shut it down.
Great. Yeah, very good. And good to just have that extra bit of information. It's like shutting down your computer but not accepting updates.
Exactly. Yeah. If you have any files open or any applications running, the computer won't shut down until they're closed. So that's worth pointing out as well. But yeah, it's a quick, easy way to shut it down if you need to. I think we're going to play a video shortly just to demonstrate.
Great.
Hi everyone, so in this quick tech tip we're going to be covering how to create a shutdown icon on your desktop in Windows, and I'm going to be doing this using keyboard shortcuts using the NVDA screen reader. Now of course we can use keyboard shortcuts to shut down our computer too. So for example, we can go to the desktop pressing Windows and D, and then we can press Alt and F4 to bring up the shutdown Windows dialog.
Shutdown Windows dialog closes all apps and turns off the PC. What do you want the computer to do? Combo box shutdown collapsed Alt plus W.
And from here we have the option to press Enter to shut down the computer, or arrow down once.
Restart.
And press Enter to restart it. Another option, if I close this by pressing Escape.
Desktop list. Recycle bin not selected 1 of 20.
Is to press Windows and X followed by U twice. Windows and X.
Context menu. Sign out I.
Now, if I were to press U again, I'd shut down my computer. But I don't want to do this now, so I'm going to press Escape to close it and go back to the desktop.
Shut desktop list. Recycle bin not selected 1 of 20.
So these are really handy keyboard shortcuts to shut down your computer or restart it. But having a shutdown icon on your desktop can provide you with an even faster way to shut down your computer. So let's take a look at how we can set this up. The first thing we need to do is press the Windows key and D to go to your desktop. The next thing we need to do is press Shift and F10 or the Applications key to open up the desktop menu.
Context menu.
Just to point out that you may need to press Control and Spacebar if necessary to unselect an icon on your desktop if one is selected. Now at this point we need to arrow down to New.
Sort, refresh, paste, open, new submenu W.
Press Enter.
Folder F.
Arrow down to Shortcut and press Enter.
Shortcut S. Create shortcut. Type the location of the item. Edit Alt+T blank.
And now we are in the Create Shortcut window, which contains the message, type the location of the item. So it's here that we need to enter the shortcut command. Now, I have this command saved in a Word document on my desktop, which I'm going to open now by pressing Windows and D, and T for Table of Shortcut Commands.
Folder view left T. Table of shortcut commands 3 of 21.
So there's the Word document I need. I'm going to press Enter to open it.
Opening work table of shortcut commands Word. Microsoft Word document edit multi-line table with 6 rows and 2 columns, level 1 row 1 column 1 page 1 section 1 shortcut.
So here is a list of commands that I can use on my computer to create shortcuts to, for example, shut it down, restart it, set it to sleep, hibernate or lock it. But the one I'm interested in is the create shutdown command. So I'm going to highlight this, copy it to my clipboard, and then paste it into the Create Shortcut window. So I press Ctrl and C to copy the command.
Copy.
Alt and Tab to go to my Create Shortcut window.
Create shortcut. Type the location of the item. Edit Alt+T blank.
And then paste the command into the edit box. Next thing to do is press Enter.
Type a name for this shortcut. Edit Alt+T selected shutdown.
So the next step is to type a name for the new shortcut. Now by default, shutdown appears, so I don't need to make any changes. I can just press Enter.
Table of shortcut commands work.
So now your new shortcut icon will appear on the desktop. So the next thing I need to do is press Windows and D.
Folder view list. Table of shortcut commands 3 of 21.
And then press S for the shutdown icon.
S. Shutdown 21 of 21.
Now, whenever I press Enter on this icon, my computer will shut down instantly. Of course, it's important to remember to save any files that you're working on before you do select this. Now, as I mentioned earlier, in addition to shutdown, there are several other shortcut icons you can create on your desktop to, for example, restart or lock your computer. And the good news is that you don't have to sacrifice one shortcut to have another, so you can create as many as you like. The steps are the same as those we've covered a moment ago, except you enter different commands for each shortcut. So if you'd like a table of the different available commands you can use on your computer to create shortcut icons for shutdown, restart, sleep, hibernate, and so forth, you can just send an email to labs@ncbi.ie and we'll send you that information. So that's how you can create a shutdown icon on your desktop, and thanks very much for watching.